Alright you guys, welcome back. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, especially with Sunflower Land. So as you can see, I am finally on the new island. I actually had this ready to go a few months in advance, but the winter break hit. Kids were out of school and things like that, so I just didn't have enough time to. I didn't want to go to the next island and not post an update with it. But all it was is I just clicked it, next island, just came out here. There was no building time or anything like that. I just went to the next island. First things first, I'm going to tell you off the bat, do not make the mistake I just made. I actually had a video prior to this, but I deleted that because I realized I made a huge mistake, which was I planted all these things. All these pots, all these things right here, just for the, and I planted trees, planted the honey, the flower bed, things like that, the stones. So as you can see, everything's just out of order, out of place. Reason being is a small island, and I mean they require gold and iron just to upgrade to the next island, which sucks already. But I am working on that. But I realized that once you do plant it, you cannot remove it. So say for example, let's try to put something here. It will give you a message like that, and I skipped over the message every single time. And it says once this node is placed, you will not be able to dig it back up to your chest. Are you sure you want to do that? So we're going to cancel on that. So be sure what you need as far as resources go for your next expansion. So once I do finally get this done, I'm going to be planting, I shouldn't say planting, I'm going to be putting down my water wells. So that way a lot of these one can open. Hopefully I can put all 4 down so every one of these open up and I'm ready to use those plants. But here you have it. There have been a lot of changes. Let's see, this is a change right here that gives you replenish some stock. Most of the time I get these right here, so nothing new. So you can just go ahead and do that daily. Make sure you're collecting your daily chest if you can. It costs like a penny or less. I have a 3-day streak going because again, I'm not playing that much often, but I try to keep that streak going, but I miss it here and there. Alright, so yeah, there's been plenty of changes. I probably will never get to this island. 200 oil, 21 expansions remaining. Yeah, it's going to take forever, so I'm going to be working on the SFL. Chores now only pay out in coin. So, kind of sucks on that because I was relying on chores to, some of these chores to pay out in SFL. These are VIP, so these still pay out in SFL, but these are mostly mainly for VIP. So if you don't have the season pass, you won't be able to utilize these. But yeah, so that's kind of what it has at. But the trade market still goes with SFL, which is good. So again, you're gonna be selling whatever you can to try to get that SFL going. But again, I'm getting a lot of questions regarding, hey, can coins go into SFL? No, they cannot. You cannot. Once you can take SFL and transfer it into coins, exchange it for coins, but you cannot do the other way. So be careful when you do that. Make sure you know what you're doing. So coins are not retransferable back to SFL. I don't have any of that. So make sure you're trying to sell things off. Look at what resources are the most expensive. Looks like Nightshade is getting up there, but honey is pretty good. But 0.274. I have a bunch of feathers which are worthless. The Crimstone is the most expensive item here. It is 4.598 SFL per unit. So if you tend to, bank on SFL, that's your way to go, but it does take forever to get one of these. So I've been mainly going on honey, but honey has been something of, getting your bumpkin up to a level. Because if you go to one of them, I don't have the shop here, but they do give this little vial that you can drink. Let's see, I think I used it up though. I have a bunch of these, but it doesn't cost that much. It costs about 20 honey and a few mushrooms, blue mushrooms, and it gives you about almost 20,000 in XP. So I'm already halfway there, and I only drank like 3 of them or 2 of them, maybe 1. I don't know what I always drank, but 13,000, something like that, 15,000, 20,000 XP. So that's a great way to go. So save up your honey on that. But if you want to sell something, honey is the good way to go to make that SFL go up. if if you can't get these creamstones or limestones, whatever these are. So I am working on this. The other question I was asked if I'm playing other games. I am trying to play other crypto games, but you got to realize a bunch of these other crypto games either one are complete scams. So number two, they're trying to sell you NFTs off the bat, and there's no game, no gameplay, nothing like that. So you're hoping to buy an NFT to be the first one into a so-called game, which to me, I've seen many times over and over again when people do that. These games either fail to launch or even fail to go into the alpha stage, and the developers are like, hey, yeah, we tried, we couldn't do it, we need more money, or whatever it is, we need to sell other additional NFTs. Number three, the games are in alpha mode, beta mode, whatever it is, and never ever get to the full mode. So, and then number four, there's just hardly any real crypto games out there that aren't Pokemon style or first person shooter or farming game simulators out there. I mean, other than that, there's no real RPG games, action RPG, nothing really out there that's fully launched. So it's very difficult in this crypto world. I was hoping 2025 would be the year that we start seeing something come about, but it's gonna be a while to me now. Maybe even a few years before we finally see a crypto developer, a game developer, actually take, a crypto game and make it into a game that people can play. And that's the other thing is, when you get people to play, you could get a offhand maybe a few hundred, few thousand, and if within a week the player count drops drastically to pretty much few hundred or even 100 or less. So I've seen that multiplying. So be careful out there. Please be careful if you're on any type of crypto game out there. And again, nothing is successful. You may get these NFTs. The NFTs may be worthless. If a developer says, hey, we quit, we can't do this anymore, and what's the point of an NFT if you can't transfer it anywhere and becomes, useless after that? So yeah, more changes are coming to. So going back to Sunflower Land, more changes are coming. There's a reputation system coming to Volcano Island. Here you can discover lava pits and start getting Obsidian. So this one I probably will never get there. Chores begin on the 27th of January. Will only reward coins, so that sucks. And gems. So gems are okay because gems can be used to eventually buy a season pass, but it looks like the price continues to go up on that. Level cap has been increased to 125, and a new chapter is coming to Sunflower Land on February 3rd, introducing seasons and weather. Every 7 days a new season will begin: winter, spring, summer, and autumn. So with all these seasons and all these things, make sure you have a plan when you're doing this, because you don't want to spend a ton of money on these types of games. Every 3 months there's a new season going. You could end up spending more than what you're actually. And the other thing is that don't expect to make money off of this game. Once you put in your initial investment, try to get that back. It will take a long time. It took me a long time to do it, but that's because I was upgrading my island, and it was purposely done for these videos. But here I am, this new island. I'm going to upgrade to a certain point, maybe continue to upgrade as much as possible, but also trying to build up the SFL by using the trade market, and that's the only way to go. Alright you guys, so this is the video. I'm finally on the new island. Again, don't make the mistake I made. So I had to put all these stones here in different places to try to get this built up. Let's see. The cactuses are trees pretty much, so you can use that for lumber. And I mean, I can technically go to the trade market and purchase a bunch of these. Purchase the 5 iron. Let's see what it is at anyway. So we go to resources. Iron is 0.58, so almost, yeah, more than what I have. Yeah, so it's very costly. So something iron like that, so 18, people are saying 10, the cheapest one is 5, is about 3. I can probably purchase it, but I'm gonna refuse to do that. I want to build up my SFL so I can trade it back to Poly, I should say now. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna leave it at here, continue to do what I need to do, build it up. So once I do get maybe a few islands, I'll come back with another video. And if there's another game out there that's worthy, I mean, Paradise Tycoon is like something's happening there with maybe Moani token and things like that. I have to read up on it. I've been following and get it back on that one. But here you go. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment below. Take care.